Alright, we have Chapter 4, Section 2, Solving Inequalities with Adding and Subtracting. So our essential question is, how can we use addition and subtraction to solve an inequality? So we're going to use addition and subtraction property of inequality, which means if a statement is true and I do addition or subtraction on the same side, okay, that inequality is still going to be true. Make sure it's got to be the same number though as well. So if we're looking at number 1, we're going to treat inequalities very similar to equation. The only thing we have to do after our answer is graph. That's going to be the one major difference. So when we're solving these, instead of drawing my line down an equal sign, you draw your line down the inequality. So once again, I'm going to start on the side that has the variable, which is the right side. How do I get rid of subtracting 7? I'm going to add 7. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. These are opposites, so I cancel them out. I bring down my variable, and I bring down my inequality. Do not bring down an equal sign. Okay, we are on inequalities. Negative 12 plus 7, they are different signs, so I subtract, and I take the sign of the larger number. So my answer is negative 5 is greater than x. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is graph. So when I'm graphing these, we're going to draw a simple line with 3 dashes. The middle dash is going to be this number, so negative 5. So what's one less than negative 5? It's negative 6. One greater than is negative 4. Now, if it does not have an or equal to sign, I'm going to put an open circle on negative 5. Now, I'm going to do this with a different color, just so it's a little bit easier to see. So open circle, and it says negative 5 is greater than x. So which of these numbers is greater, or negative 5 is greater than x? So which of these numbers is negative 5 greater than? So two ways you can do it. You can say negative 5 is greater than negative 6, negative 5 is greater than negative 4. Which one of these is true? Well, negative 5 is greater than negative 6. Yes, that's true. Negative 5 isn't greater than negative 4, so that's false. So I'm going to draw an arrow towards negative 6. Now once again, notice, try to make your line a little bit thick so it's a little bit easier to see, a little bit easier to notice. This whole thing is my answer. Okay, so not just the inequality, not just the graph, the whole entire thing. Let's look at number 2. Once again, same thing. How do I get rid of a negative 1? Add 1. Do the same thing on both sides. Bring down greater than or equal to. 4 plus 1 is 5. Let's draw your graph. 5 goes in the middle. 4 is below it. 6 is above it. So, because it has the or equal to sign, I'm going to put a closed circle, because that answer includes 5. So I'm going to replace 4 and 6 for R. So which one of these is true? Is 4 greater than or equal to 5? No. Is 6 greater than or equal to 5? Yes. So my arrow is going to be going towards the 6. Okay, go to number 3. Once again, we're solving it just like we would a one-step equation. Variables on the left, add 6, so those cancel. Bring down your variable. Different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. Negative 8 goes in the middle, negative 9, and negative 7. So now we don't have to do this. If you can do this in your head, that's fine. So if I'm saying what number is less than negative 8, less than or equal to, that's going to be negative 9. So I'm going to have a closed circle, and I'm going to be going towards negative 9. Okay, so it'll look like that. Number 4. Once again, variables on the left, add 7 to both sides. 7's cancel, bring down my variable. different sign subtract. So I have b is less than -5. So let's draw your number line. So it is not an or equal to, so I have an open circle. And b is less than -5. So which one of these numbers is less than -5? That would be -6. So I'm going towards -6. So once again, we're solving the inequality just like we would an equation. The graphing is new. So if you have an or equal to sign underneath, it's going to be a closed circle. If you don't, it's going to be an open circle. Okay, let's turn to the back. So we have a word problem now. So it says you need at least 5,000 points to earn a gift card from your bank. You currently have 2,700 points. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of points you need to earn a gift card. So the key word is at least. So if we think back to yesterday, we're talking about the word at least. Okay, that's going to be greater than or equal to. So I know something's greater than or equal to. Right? So I need at least 5,000 points. And it says I currently have 2,700 points. So I need to know how many more points I need to earn a gift card. Okay, so if I knew was earning a gift card and how many more points I need, I'm going to be adding to that. And if I don't have a total, I don't know the number, I'm going to use a variable. Okay, so I have to write and solve it. 2 steps to this. So let's solve it. I'm going to subtract 2,700 on both sides. Bring down your variable. And I subtract. Okay, so x is greater than or equal to 2,300. So that means the number of points that I need to earn a gift card, I'm going to write I need 2,300 points to earn a gift card. On number 4, it says you deposit money into your savings account and earn an additional 400 points. How does this change the inequality? So my original inequality was this. X plus 2,700 is at least 5,000. So it's saying I added an additional 400 points. How does this change my inequality? Well, I would add 400 to 2,700. Okay, so that would give me 3,100. So my new inequality would look like this. Okay, that's how we would change it. We don't have to solve it. All it's saying is how would it change the inequality. So that would be my new inequality statement. Okay. So now down below, you actually don't have any word problems, but you do have 5 practice problems. Okay, make sure you are solving and graphing the solution. Okay, you are not going to get full credit unless you graph every problem. Remember, when we're graphing, you only need a small graph. Okay, only 3 numbers on each side, so it's not too bad. But please make sure we are graphing them and solving them. Okay, use the front and these 2 example problems for your help.